Easy combinations is the name of this game right here. We have a lovely New York strip and broccolini, and we're going to make it taste phenomenal. Today, we're just going to keep it really simple, a protein and a vegetable. So let's get started. Garlic, staple, gotta have it. You know, a few cloves of garlic. This is a prime cut of New York strip. You're gonna have your salted butter, your olive oil, a little bit of red wine, because we're gonna make a really nice sauce, red wine sauce to go on top of your steak there. Your salt, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, and broccolini. I really like broccolini as well. It's a little bit different than broccoli. Give you a little bit options, a little bit tender. It's the younger part of the actual plant. So you get to have those nuances and just change it up a little bit. Say, I'm having broccolini today, not broccoli. So take you a couple of cloves of garlic, and actually, you're gonna have about 4, but you'll chop up 2 and you'll leave a couple whole. And that would just be to rub down the steak a little bit once we get going. And you don't have to chop it too fine. This is just really for flavor. You're not really gonna consume it. Your broccolini stems are a little tough and fibrous, but you cut it down a little bit because it looks really pretty on the plate. Cut it at an angle, or what we call cut it on a bias. And when you plate it, it gives it some dimension. You get a little angle on there or cut it on a bias, and you kind of change up the whole presentation. The New York strip, I love it. Prime cut, you see the marbleization, you get a nice sear, cook it medium, medium rare, whatever your preference is. Really good cut of meat. We're gonna season it up, we're gonna let it sit, let it rest, let it soak up some of those seasonings. Then we're gonna pop it on the stove. So you have your salt. This is a thick cut of meat, so you can be a little generous, it's okay. You have room, you wanna taste some flavor. You got your onion powder, you got your garlic powder. Always season both sides. Work the seasoning in there. And you can let that sit and rest just like that. So with the New York strip, searing it is beautiful. The lovely red wine sauce that I put on top, you take your vegetables, your celery, your carrots, your onion, you put them in a pot, a little bit of butter. You're going to get them a little bit caramelized. So you're going to cook them, you're going to slightly burn them, but not burn them, right? Get a color on them. Deglaze with your red wine. You're going to put your red wine in there, about a cup or so for one portion. You're gonna let it cook a little bit, you're gonna let it cook and you'll let it reduce all the way down. If you have a little bit of beef bouillon, it's a really nice touch. It gives it a really nice flavor. It's just all around good package. So on your broccolini, we're gonna blanch and shock it, right? So what that means is we're gonna boil it, we're gonna put it in hot water. It's like so. Make sure you have your salt. You're gonna let that go for about 5 minutes. For your steak, hot pan. Make sure you're nice and high. Set that right in there and let that work. So with the broccolini, you're not going to leave it in too long. You're just going to get it a little bit tender, keep the color nice and bright, and you're going to put it in ice water. This keeps your broccolini nice and bright. You know when you go to the restaurant and you have broccoli or broccolini on your plate, you're like, wow, it's really green. This is how they do it. So we're getting ready for our steak. Give it a good flip. Woo! Now that's good caramelization. Color means flavor. So when you have good color on your steak, it means it's going to have really good flavor. You're going to let that reduce down. So now that your strip is finished, we're going to use the exact same pan and we're going to sear the broccolini real quick. Get that really good flavor on there. Add a touch of salt. So once you sear your broccolini, you set it right on top of the steak. Don't make it too complicated. So for the sauce, you're just going to pour it over nice and gently. So there you have prime New York strip, broccolini, red wine reduction. Restaurant quality meal done in your home.